morning, Judge.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Okay, let's go ahead and call Nikolas Cruz first. On page 4 of the docket, case number 181958 and 1814129. Will the parties that are going to be speaking on behalf of the state and the defense and the sheriff's office please state their name for the record?
Michael Satz for the state, Your Honor.
You're muted, Melissa.
Can you hear me? Melissa McNeil on behalf of Nikolas Cruz.
Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Christian Sabanos on behalf of the Sheriff's Office.
All right, we're here for a status hearing. Where we left off was some issues with the experts going into the jail, and you all were gonna keep working on that. Have we made any progress? Have you all made any progress?
Good morning, Your Honor. Yes, we have. Immediately following the last hearing, General Counsel for the Broward Sheriff's Office sent the defense a rather comprehensive email laying out what they would be able to do for team members and for experts. I had a few follow-up questions, and General Counsel answered those questions. With that information, I contacted Dr. Chris Bayer, who is an epidemiologist at Johns Hopkins. He's actually.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you said that.
I think they talking to each other.
Okay, shall I proceed?
Sheriff, I'm not sure if the sheriff's there, but we can hear you. I think they seem to be muted now.
Okay.
Thank you.
With the information that was provided to the defense from the Broward Sheriff's Office, that information was forwarded, and there was conversations between myself and Dr. Chris Bayer. He is an epidemiologist at Johns Hopkins. He's also actively working on the vaccine. I provided him with all of the proposed accommodations that the Sheriff's Office was willing to make. It's his opinion, and I can supplement this with a declaration or an affidavit. He's in the process of working on it, Your Honor, that the Broward Sheriff's Office has made sincere attempts to reduce the risk of the COVID exposure and to the members of the team, as well as to any potential experts. But those measures are still inadequate. It's not at the fault of the Broward Sheriff's Office. It's just that there is no way that the jail can protect anybody from coming into contact with COVID. It's a high-risk environment in and of itself, where we now know, not just the jail, but from the science and the studies that have been done, that 40% of the people that are carrying COVID are asymptomatic, which means we don't even know that they have the virus. There's also concerns about the reliability of the rapid testing. People have come up negative and then 2 days later are in fact positive. Unless the jail is able to provide a negative pressure space, which this is the type of environment that the scientists are working in as they work on the vaccine, it's not safe to go into the jail.
What is it called again?
It's a negative pressure space. It's what the scientist and the epidemiologist, it's the environment that they're working in when they're exposed to COVID. This information, along with the proposed procedures that the Broward Sheriff's Office had, was forwarded to all of our experts to allow them to make an independent decision and to consult their own healthcare providers or whatever. Our experts that would be traveling from into our state have indicated that they are not willing to come into the jail. They have also indicated that they will not be willing to come into the jail until a vaccine is available. We don't know what's going on with the vaccine, right? That's changing. It's a very fluid situation. but we do know that it's a multiple step process in getting the vaccine. There's multiple doses as well as a period until the vaccine actually becomes effective. We have spoken to all of our experts as a team and said, let's say hypothetically the vaccine comes out on this date, using the predictions that have been made by the scientists. Can we lock in some dates in the future that you could travel to the jail so that that time is blocked off on their schedule and the defense team's schedule? So in terms of the expert situation, that's what the information that I can provide to the court.
Okay. Does the state or the sheriff's office have anything else to add?
From the sheriff's office, Your Honor, we'll supplement the record with the email correspondence that we've had. It's been pretty comprehensive, and everything that they have requested at the last hearing, like rapid testing, we found a way to get done. There was going to be about over 1,500 square feet of space for the expert evaluations to be conducted in. Along with, we sent them the ventilation system that we have at the jail. We sent them the cleaning products that they requested. There's not much more that the sheriff's office can do to accommodate this, but just so you know, the record's clear down the road, we'll just supplement the record with the emails.
Okay, I appreciate everything you've done to try to accommodate us in this situation. So it's a wait and see, I guess, at this point.
I would agree with your assessment, Your Honor.
The only thing that the state would suggest is a possible doing a video analysis by their experts.
I think I can suggest that, but I don't know that I can require it. Melissa, I'm sorry. I'm assuming that's not something you're willing to do, or you would have done that already.
That's correct. And there is we have discussed the pros and cons of that with some of our experts, and it's not ideal. They need to be in person with any client that they're assessing, because it's not just their face that they will be observing, but there's a lot of other components. I'm not a forensic psychologist, but I have discussed that with them, and it's just not ideal.
What about, I mean, I think everybody's probably going to jump up and down when I say this, but what about bringing Mr. Cruz out of the jail? Obviously, it would be on a completely confidential, private, do not disclose to anybody basis, and it would take tremendous resources. But has anyone thought of that possibility in bringing him somewhere that could have this negative pressure space? If we could do it privately and somebody, nobody knows where they are, when they're doing it, so that everybody's safe and secure and so on and so forth. Has anyone explored that possibility?
Well, if the court remembers, we had filed a motion at the very beginning of the case to have Mr. Cruz transported to our office in order to conduct some assessments. And the state attorney's office and the Broward Sheriff's Office objected to that. I can also tell you that our experts are not willing to travel as well. So, I mean, it's twofold. It's, will they get on a plane, and will they go into the jail? They have modified their lives to being mindful of the CDC guidelines. They've canceled vacations, they've canceled holiday arrangements. So it's not, their hesitation to travel and to assess Mr. Cruz is not specific to him. It's in consideration of the pandemic in general.
Okay, I'm gonna reset the case for another status in January. Let me just grab my January 19th at 8:45, if that works for everyone.
Department of State, Your Honor.
It does, Judge, and may I just have a moment of your time to let you know that although our experts are not physically going into the jail, we are still actively preparing this case for trial. They are reviewing records, they are meeting with the team members. So we want the court to know that although they're not able to physically evaluate Mr. Cruz, we're doing everything we can so that the moment that they're able to do their assessments and they have access to Mr. Cruz, they'll be able to do that. We've also been successful in entering into some stipulations in some of the motions that we have filed with the state.
I said, I've seen
Pardon?
some of those and I appreciate that you all are working together.
So we continue to take depositions. We continue to file motions, and we had a meeting yesterday with FHP. I just want the court to know and the public to know that this case is being worked. We are doing everything that we can to prepare it for trial. We certainly wish that we didn't have a pandemic for multiple reasons, but we're doing everything that we can to make sure that this case reaches a timely conclusion.
All right, thank you. January 19th at 8:45 for a status on both cases. And just for the record, Ms. McNeil, you're waiving the defendant's appearance for today? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I have him on the in custody docket because to me, it's up to you whether or not you want to waive his presence. And I feel that you should have until the time of the hearing to make that decision. So I've been putting him on the in custody docket because I think he has a right to be here. But I do want to just make sure that I remember to put it on the record if you're waiving at each hearing, okay?
Yeah, and that's fine, Judge. And because these are just status hearings and we're not discussing significant legal issues, we don't require his presence. But I'll make sure that we're a little bit more mindful of reaching out to your JA and letting you know timely that we don't need his
Judge,
presence, so you can take him off the docket.
I'm sorry, Melissa. Judge, we have a full day of depositions set for the 19th, starting in the morning.
Okay, so let's do it a different day then.
Thank you.
Thank you. How about January 25th at 8:40? Is that a better day?
That day's open. Thank you, Mr. Wheeler. That day's
Thanks,
open.
Judge.
Wheeler. All right. I'm not ever gonna come into I will try not to conflict any of your days, just if you just all let me know. And even if you had realized that after the hearing, just always, please just call my office. We'll give you another date. We don't want to hold anything up over on our end either, okay? I'll see you all January 25th at 8:45. Thank you.
Happy
You
holidays.
too.
Thank you.